As I've said before, I don't see us going into it's a dream. There's no referendum we're going to.
A warning that now widens the rift between the Jubilee Senators and their Accord counterparts as politics eat into the fabric of what was originally a common agenda. That informs the new plan by the Jubilee members of both houses in the bicameral parliament to reconsider their divergent hardline positions on the proposed referendum with a view of blocking it without looking bad.
Instead of going for the very expensive and politically dangerous path of a referendum, we should engage in constructive engagement with the National Assembly and also with the executive, because the executive is also involved.
You will see very soon that the calls for a referendum, the calls to go to another political contest will only be coming from one side.
Do you have the permission?
To mollify the Senate, the coalition seeks to give life to Article 110, Part 3 of the Constitution, which requires that before either House considers a bill, both the Speaker of the Senate and his counterpart in the National Assembly shall jointly resolve any question as to whether it is a bill concerning counties, and if it is, whether it is a special or an ordinary bill. This way, the Senate would have secured its mandate over county governments without being interfered with by the National Assembly.
If that is sorted out, we feel that the Senate will have recaptured much of the grounds that has been illegally taken away, and therefore it will reduce the pressure for us, for the clamor for a referendum.
We've said that some of these issues can actually be looked at or amended without necessarily going to a referendum and putting the country into an election mood, because the Constitution provides that avenue.
Jubilee Senators will also be seeking to cut a special niche in the Parliamentary Commission by seeking recognition as the House that has greater responsibility.
The PSC, the Parliamentary Service Commission, does not recognize the Senate as a separate body, so that the senators are treated in exactly the same way as the members of parliament.
According to the coalition, caucuses are already underway in all Jubilee-affiliated county assemblies as the coalition plans for a joint meeting that would bring together all elected and nominated leaders in order to rally them behind this cause. Dialogue finally appears to be the best option for the Jubilee Senators, members of the National Assembly and members of the County Assembly as they resolve to strike a balance that would secure the interests of the Senate, the counties and the executive without having to yield to the demands of the opposition. Kendagor Obadiah, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.